Hi, what's up you guys? My name is Henry Sierra and thank you for clicking on this video. On my channel you can find my journey through filmmaking as I pursue my passion through these videos. I also talk about creative theory, things like the approach, the perspective, the mindset, and things that you can do to make yourself better on this platform over time. Now, that being said, in this one we're going to be talking about how I got over my introverted phase of, well, before I started this YouTube channel, because I hadn't been making videos, so I was naturally shy. And I'm going to show you some examples of what I did, explain to you guys how I took baby steps into taking a big ass camera around people and being able to film in public without being shy. Yeah, it's not always like very smooth. Sometimes it's very awkward. In my case, I'm 22 years old and I was in college for a good 2 years before I took a break to pursue this. And while I was there, when I started this channel, there's a few videos that I made while at college. As I'm skimming through these videos, I'm gonna put in some certain examples of locations around my campus of where I took this phone actually. This is a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Yeah, I had this phone for almost 3 years before it just completely died on me. Which is what I'm getting to now. That is the phone that I took around. I should actually get that again. So I would hold it up like this. I wouldn't actually hold it up, but the first couple of times that I took this phone camera on my campus, I was in this location, if I could pinpoint it here. If I don't, then I'll just have a time lapse there that shows the general location of what this looks like when you're walking through it. It's just kind of a long sidewalk. I'm pretty sure I can find a couple of clips. I even have this one with Mark. This is pretty much where I did this. Lab and biology lecture. That's where the head of the department is. That's where I was gonna go ask for research opportunities, but that never happened. Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys can see. As I was going to my math class, I was trying to record the people walking by. I held it pretty much by my belly button line and just acted like I was watching something on it and recorded people instead. Even if the people around me didn't know that I was recording them, this was kind of a mental statement for me. This is me taking a tiny baby step into recording in public and like forcing myself to be comfortable with that. And that's the only way to do it. Just put yourself in the midst of it and, well, there you go. Kind of like being thrown in the deep end of water, and that's how you learn to swim. Alright, so last game of the year, last game of the semester, last home game of the...
No,
that's what I meant. Last home game. Last home game of the year. That's what I meant. I said it wrong earlier. Are you excited?
No.
Do you think we're gonna win?
I don't know.
Here it goes. So as I was doing that, I had ordered this camera that I'm recording on now, which is a Canon T5i with the 18 to 55mm stock lens that comes with it, which is what I'm gonna be able to upgrade very soon, so look forward to that. And then I bought this mic, but before that it was just this camera, and I was taking this camera around and, well, acting like I was taking pictures, recording here and there, but for the most part I took this camera by itself without the lens, sorry, not without the lens, without the microphone, because I didn't have it yet, it hadn't delivered. I just took that around and carried it with me, just carried it and held it, again as a mental statement. So I give myself those couple of weeks to kind of put myself into a recording state, recording my environment, the people around me, myself. And then the microphone arrived, and then my Joby GorillaPod that is like this. So if you could imagine a big black camera with a big microphone and that tripod on it, that is what I forced myself to kind of, well, hold around all the time, literally every single day. I never let it go. So I carried that around afterwards because I literally bought this when I couldn't afford it, so I was like, this is it, I am going for it. So I did, and here is what came out of it. You can see like how I changed throughout all of these videos. Initially it was kind of finding my groove, and then I found the groove that I needed to work on those films, and then, well, now we're here. A group of like 6 people here. We got burritos and that one, but he doesn't want to be in it.
Wait, are you vlogging?
I am vlogging. Do you want to be in it?
No.
Oh.
She said, fuck your vlog.
She is like, fuck that guy. How were your weekends?
You know,
Good.
my weekends were kind of a mess. Yeah, why didn't you go to Siglo?
Now, before I send off the message, or you guys start to think that I spent hundreds of dollars on this camera setup just so I could start a YouTube channel, that's not the case at all. I actually didn't have anything to record with. I know I said that I recorded with that Galaxy S7 Edge, but like I said, this phone was also almost 3 years old. I had not taken that much care of it when I had it, so it didn't record very well. It would overheat all the time, and I couldn't record more than maybe a minute or two without it filling up and just kind of dying out. But if you do have a phone that you can record with, like the iPhone that I also have, where is it? Like my iPhone, this is an iPhone XS Max, and the camera on this thing is amazing. You could definitely build a YouTube channel off of this. If I didn't have this camera, I would definitely be using this at all times, because that is the next best thing to, well, high definition and extremely crisp video. Something that I also did was record mostly around my friends that I hung out with on a regular basis, which I will put here towards the end of this video. And that is kind of how I did it. That's how I eased into it. This is over the course of a few months, and after that I was fine. Well, I was fine after like the first month or two, but by a few months it was like a regular thing for me. So yeah, if you guys are an introvert at heart, like I said in my last video, which you can watch somewhere up here, then this is how you can ease into this. If you are anyone who is shy, then you can ease into this and do it this way. Other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.